Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Evening time here, and we're gonna be making sure that everything coming to you live. It's one-on-one here, and everything is just democratizing. And our sign while getting out of the brim here, and everything is just getting to the real fantastic mobile portfolio of right now here, and making sure they're gonna be having this kind of the fantastic moment. So today, guys, everything now is califragistically good, and as we just tangled to have this kind of the moment at the G Castle here, as everything now is so fantastic. Now everything is black and white, and it's not reflecting much of the human beings here in terms of Afrikaners, but now it's reflecting black and white, and even like Dube said that not forgetting the Japanese are in. Exactly. Thank you very much. So everyone who's being tuned, thank you very much for being locked and making sure they're going to be watching this kind of the content coming very early in the morning here in East African time, and making sure that everything is coming to you live one-on-one. As everything is just ongoing, we are it's just a small update about the top of the G Castle, because we are completing and making sure that the completion of the G Castle is coming to an end on top of the G Castle. And it has been a so long way as we have just democratized here, making sure that from the roofing, you can just understand, guys, as we started from down, as I was just hinging myself in that kind of the tree, making sure they're going to be having an aerial view and making sure that everybody going to be entertained, getting this kind of the vibe one-on-one, as making sure that you can just see, plead and talk about, oh, we are moving. As you can just check, we are moving. We are not stuck at the same position. Every time, whenever it wakes up, we are waking up, we are making sure that there's a different or a change, as I can just call it. We are having a change or a different a thing occurring onto the G Castle here. So right today, we are just going to be announcing in tomorrow time, we're going to be announcing that the G Castle on top in terms of tiling, it's complete. And we're going to be now looking forward for another moment of now making sure that we're going to be having the terrazzo moment and to the far end of the neck, which is now the only remaining work that we're going to be having or associating with much of the people who are dealing with the terrazzo, as they're going to be having to democratize and to the fantastic moment of the portfolio and this kind of the moment to have the work done here. So everything going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. And you can just check, guys, right now onto the G Castle here. Now the iron sheets are bright. So the only thing that's just remaining mostly here, it's fixing much of the nails. From this nail to this nail here, we're going to be fixing much of the nails here. So as this kind of the iron sheet will just be compacted. Very heavily compacted and firmly compacted with the timbers to make sure that they are firmly put in place, so as they cannot have heterozygoism things, which is going to be interfering with the roofing on top here. As everything is in concern, much of the people will be asking about, oh, Gintu, this kind of the G Castle looks now different and so modulated here, and now it looks so fantastic, and much of the people want to talk about, oh, Gintu, can I come for a tour? Everybody is so fantastic. You are just welcome here, and I see the engineer is finishing here. How are you? Everything is fantastic. So you are finishing. So this side is complete. Exactly. So guys, everything is incomplete here, and we can just check now. Somebody can just talk about, oh, I can view this kind of the G Castle from the far end here. So we are remaining with that kind of talk about the small walling there at that far brim there. So as the other side from my home inside there, you can just check on it. But we're gonna be making sure that tomorrow is another day, and right now I can just check they are finishing it up. Oh, hey bro, I see you changed even this kind of the color here. You applied it again. Yeah, yesterday it was gray in color, and right now it's now white in color. So I think this is the white is that's just reflecting from that far end there. So I think it's very fantastic whenever now it's now shining, and very, very fantastic here. So guys, what I talk about is fixing such kind of the arm sheet like this one here. We should fix it properly to make sure that it doesn't have any kind of the leakage. You know, the difficult about this kind of the hidden roofs here is that much of the people fear in terms of the leakage that's going to be coming, or it's going to be having the leakage to the house, and they're going to be interfering with the ceiling board or interfering with the gypsum ceiling board that will be placed inside there, and it will just corrode much of the things, and also it will wet talk about the bricks and bring some shenanigans whenever it comes to the leaching of the talk about bring some of the water content onto the inside of the house, whereby whenever you could have applied much of the gypsum and also applied much of the painting here, it seems that whenever you could have any leaching of the water, so it will just get corrode out that kind of the painting and bring some of the shenanigans that we don't need here. So that's why you see all of the section, it is just tiled. So this is just a 360 of how the G Castle is moving onto the evening session, and I think it's very fantastic moment that we are going to be having here and getting very, very forward. So I think also, guys, whenever I can just talk about, we're going to be having a little bit of money here. I'm going to be making sure that this kind of the area, it's already fixed properly using the tiles. You can just check which is the best moment for us to use. Somebody who is just watching, we have this kind of a small section here that's just passing through this kind of a position and going to the far end. I think we can decide to talk about we're going to be putting it tiles. So as you can just have this kind of the moment now shining and having two brims here. I think we're going to be having a different color apart from the color which is now reflecting at the top here, which is the white color, having some black spots from inside there, or a color coding a little bit of the blackish there. So we're going to be having another color reflecting to this kind of the smaller brim point here. So as you can just have the G Castle having so difficult, talk about different colors of a different a good look of because this is where the pathway is. So I think much of the people are going to be talking about whenever they're going to be coming, the eyesight impression, the first eyesight impression, they're going to be knowing that this is now the G Castle, this is how it's moving, this is how very fantastic it is, and from there now we're going to be having the same stuff like this one here. It's going to be placed onto this kind of the deck. Whenever you're going to be fixing this kind of, you can call about the roads that are going to be separating the security panel here, I think we're going to be having such kind of a brim, so as you can just have it here all round to the far end, so as you can just have another color of the tiles that will just be reflecting here, and it will be so fantastic and so very good whenever we tangle and make sure that the G Castle is moving. The other sides like this ones here, they're going to be plastered and also be gypsumed, and also we should just apply here much of the paintings which are waterproof and making sure that the G Castle is white and blue. So we're going to be having the blue colors reflecting. So we are not yet having the blue color reflecting, but we're going to be having the black, white and blue color reflecting at the G Castle. Wait for that kind of the moment, because I'm a bluish guy. That's why always you see me with much of the bluish, much of the vests here coming out to this kind of the fantastic moment. So everything is so good here. You can just check how the condition is, and whenever you're just on top of the G Castle, the environment is looking so fantastic. And some of the people also, the good thing is much of the people are always outside of Nyabohanse here. Whenever they want to watch about how is our village looking like, they're going to be watching Gintu, so as they can just know because this kind of the people who are just living here, they are just abroad. So not abroad, they are just different places in Kenya. So they're going to be watching and talking about, I see our maize there, it is working. The maize is good here and everything is so working. The maize is there, the fields are so working, and everything is just continuing good. That's the best moment that Gintu is onto the village, making sure that people are watching Gintu to make sure that they're going to be knowing what's really happening to the village and how the village is accepting much of the people, and regardless of pinpointing that we really talk about we are encouraged to have this kind of the moment going forward. That is the best moment that we're going to be having here. So as far as everything is concerned, guys, we are now finishing up with this kind of the G Castle in terms of the tiling, and now we're going to be embracing back to the inside of the G Castle. What do I mean about the inside of the G Castle? We are having the next option which is coming, which is very relevant to coming out, is to make sure that first of all, we're going to be having this kind of the metal rails that are going to be passing through here and going up to the deck there and passing to make sure that security is preserved. And also we're going to be having some lightings here, electrification here, and everything going to be going in and out awesomely here. So what I was just meaning is we're going to be having the best at the moment in terms of fixing much of the windows videos which are going to be coming straightforward. Some 2 or some 2 days from now, we're going to be making sure that we are fixing much of the windows. And when we fix much of the windows here, we're going to be having now fully security developed onto the G Castle, because we are looking forward to have even much of the lock. Somebody can talk about, oh, Ginto, I want to buy you a lock of a door. And we have Fundi Duke here. Fundi Duke, how much is the cost of a lock of a door?
A lock of a door is 3,500.
3,500.
Yeah, that is the metal door.
Or metal door,
yeah.
Which is 3,500.
3,500.
2 of them, so because it's one and 2 doors, yeah?
2 doors, it needs that's 7,000.
7,000 Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
So 7,000 Kenya shillings is approximately 55 US dollars. Which is approximately 55 US dollars, and we can just make sure that we are getting this kind of the doors fixed. Somebody can talk about Gintu, that 60s democratizing onto the platform. Pap! I can just talk about everything is so fantastic here. So we're gonna be getting it. Somebody can talk about the 50 US dollars here. And also we are just having much of the other things to do, and making sure that even the cements are over from the store here. I think somebody can talk about Gintu are gonna be checking much of the cements here coming. So we can just appreciate and talk about, let's get forward to that kind of the dream. So is Fundi Duke here, and now has finished the work evening session here, and is now sitting down a little bit to make sure that he's cherishing himself. And the eyes are looking brim here, and that's why I talked about you're gonna be having something which is I don't know if something gonna be coming out. For you to work here, you have to make sure that you are steaming yourself. I don't know which kind of the steam you always use.
No, I'm not using any steam.
No steam?
No steam.
Ah, are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm using milk.
Are you sure?
My eyes are red because of the welding.
Yeah, the welding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it. I understand. That is
the light is too much.
The light is too much.
Yeah.
Too much, like a good man, helter skelter. Everything is so fantastic here. So as everything is just democratizing, we are just finishing up this kind of the moment. It's an evening session here, and whoever is just watching this kind of the video from wherever you are and tuned in, we appreciate the moment, and we talk about kudos for you tuned in and locked in. Very fantastic and very awesomely. Here we go. So as far as everything is in concern, oh, I see much of the boys here. Thank you very much, Fundi Duke, and subscribe, like, share to Fundi Duke, Fundy, which is DUDK, which is do-do-ke. Woo! Exactly. Find him there and keep it locked. I see much of the things here are gonna be democratizing to the upper section here. So how are you, man? Everything is good. So this is the remaining one, eh? Yes. So it's always being used somewhere here. Exactly. So I see the other boy here is making sure that Mr. Piraman, you are withdrawing or you are voting. It's called voting, eh?
Voting from down.
Yeah, from down. Withdrawing from down. Exactly. Buddha, you're always available.
How are you?
Too long.
Wagwan.
Where have you been, man?
I have been busy somewhere.
Who told you are not busy? How have you been?
Oh, I'm good. How have I been? I have been good.
Exactly.
I'm very fantastic. I don't know you.
Me, I'm always available. Have you ever not seen me here, man? I'm always available.
But have you never seen me here?
I've never seen you, man. It's only today I'm seeing you in the evening session. Because you always come, even not only telling me, oh man, I'm just available. Pew! I wake up and I find the guy is no longer available. Even in the bed is bedding it in itself.
Yeah, so, but we have to accept things the way they are. I'm also busy somewhere. Just doing a work like this.
Okay.
Yeah, doing some construction somewhere to the another side. You see?
Oh, the same engineer.
The same engineer.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it democratizing in other side to make sure that the things are just working properly? Exactly. That's the best moment here.
Yeah, because
so much of the boys have to be got much of the work here. So it's underscore Sigano here. And you have been lost a little bit. Are you posting videos?
Today I have a video.
You have a video?
It is just
other days it was no longer videos.
Other days like that time like now, we are just still at work.
Okay.
And we are.
So what happened today?
Today we just did the work very chap. We said that today we must have a content. So we just did the work chap, and it was that not much really.
Okay.
Yeah. So and the video is just converting. So immediately after converting,
we're gonna be just throwing it to an embroidery of the platform.
Yeah, because the site that we are, we don't know if that people like being filmed.
Okay.
Yeah, because not all the people like being taken to the camera.
Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah,
now.
so we don't know if they will just accept. Yeah, because the grandma is there always looking for us. The owner of the site is just there always. His wife.
You can
children.
say you are in Mboka, man. You are in Mboka.
They may say no, not here. Just wait.
So how did you do it? Where did you do it?
Today. At my usual place, up on the hill.
Oh,
Yeah.
up on the hill. Yeah, man, I understand. So
Yeah,
the natural, I understand you. Whenever you came from there, you fear toilet, so you want to the green lodges here. So I understand you. So you have to pass through the hill there and make sure that you are planting something. Guavas, guys.
No,
Is a broadcast of guava?
Not that. No, it was just like that. I also came with the feeds of rabbits.
Oh, the rabbit.
Yeah,
Oh,
because-
rabbitology.
Yeah, because right now the shambas have been weeded,
Exactly.
so there is no blackjacks or other things. I don't know.
Oh.
So I just passed by the hillside.
And
just-
democratize with them. Exactly. So you can introduce yourself, man.
Welcome, guys, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Here we are with _Gintu.
Yeah, man.
I am also it's _Sigano, SIGANO. You can go check me there right now. I have 418 subscribers.
Exactly.
Just moving slowly. And today I have a video, guys. You can go and check on me. And today I had only
Another
Murimi.
gentleman here.
Yeah.
Yesterday I saw him in the live talking about only Murimi.
Wow.
Only.
Yeah.
You are here, man.
Yeah.
Everything is good.
Everything is good.
The work is democratizing as usual. And today, you are smelling good. I think I know what. Oh, I know where you are going. I know.
No, not that. You know where we are just coming from. At the work side, there is a very beautiful girl, a young girl. You see, so you have to be smelling somehow good.
Yeah.
You understand? So that whenever you see only Murimi like this, just know where he is just coming from.
Yeah.
There is a crash there, okay? Do not crash.
A person who has finished school or still at school?
He's still in school.
Still in school.
I think
Still in school.
She's
But,
in Form 3.
Yeah, but no, Form 4.
Form 4.
She's in Form 4, but they can move on until she finished the school, and only Murimi gonna be channeling her into his
So
home.
you are going to work or you are going for flirting?
No, we are working.
I have to change this idea from the engineer. Tomorrow you will be here.
No, we are working. It's only that like a time like this, we are still on work. So there you can know.
I know. Right now you don't have money. I know. There's
So
no money.
You can never do some jokes there because it is a new site. No jokes.
No jokes. How?
No, that you are going to talk with people like this. No, that one is not accepted.
You can decide, my friend.
Decide.
Let me be chaste, but I have to introduce myself.
If you will be chaste and let's say you have been working since morning until noon and you have been chaste, you will not be paid.
No, a half
A
day.
day is gone like that.
So you are paid a daily.
Yeah.
Oh, you are paid daily.
Yeah. But so who will pay you half a day and you are doing the jokes?
Okay.
You will just be told, no, stay aside with their jokes. Let it pay you because we did nonsense where
Nonsense is no longer available.
yeah, nonsense is no longer
Or
needed
not
there.
accepted.
Uh-huh.
So you had to, okay. But the flirting has to go down. But make sure that not a minor. Exactly. So when we come back to you, Only Murimi, you are a new YouTuber, introduced.
Yeah.
Introduce now yourself the way you introduce yourself. Today this is the platform.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a young YouTuber.
No,
and
that's how you introduce yourself, that you are a young YouTuber.
No, the way you start
The way
your
you
video.
start your video.
Yeah. Hello guys, welcome back to Only Murimi's channel. Yeah, and I go by
You go by what again? So there's a controversial statement. Everything, even the mic, they talk about mic testing. That
Yeah.
was a mic check. Okay, let's start it again.
And the
Yeah.
reality now.
Hello guys, welcome back to
No, have your stuff here. The esophagus, prepare the esophagus.
Yeah.
The garret.
Yeah. Hello guys, welcome back to Only Murimi's channel. Yeah. Yeah.
So know that English is also
So what
challenging.
are you fearing? What are you fearing?
Yeah, I'm
And what are you
fearing-
thinking?
You know, I must
You know, you
think.
should put the thinking aside. Know that you're going to be introducing yourself. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. It's only Murimi.
Yeah.
Here I am. I'm a young YouTuber growing, already oriented to the YouTube platform. And I have a YouTube channel. You can just go there, subscribe, like, share, comment. And we are here to grow, support each other. I always work in the G Castle here. Right now, I'm transferred to another site because I'm working with the same company, but same company which is belonging here and belonging in another way.
Yeah.
So the real fact is I'm always available, but I always come here to democratize and make sure that everything is running. Mr. Sigano is my friend who we cherish together, and we always make sure that we are flirting with other ladies together, and we always don't leave each other, and we are making sure
No,
that...
not that flirting with other ladies. No, take that aside. No.
And he's the one who is always helping me to make sure that whenever I'm tensing, gonna be so courageous enough to go and bring me a number from a lady who is beautiful. That's the thing you could be talking about. And whenever I find that things are not working properly, I'm gonna be having my security. You know, you have to get a guard. Even me here, I have a guard. You can just check there. They are already making sure that everything is so fantastic. So even you right now, you don't have dogs. I know you have the carelessly hanging objects, which are now mimicking. Right now, you are from school, and you could be introducing yourself, guys. We are from school right now, and you know, in school we are using much of kerosene put in food so they can just lower the stimuli down.
So let me ask you, if you are now just just wear now Murimi's shoes, just assume now you are the young YouTuber growing.
Yeah.
So can you tell people that we are just flirting with women, or we are?
No, I'm saying that you are the friend whom is asked, who you help him in terms of any kind of the miscellaneous effect.
Assume now that you are Murimi. Now can you say something like that, and you are a young YouTuber?
Yeah. The only thing is one. Whenever you're introducing yourself, you introduce the other partner you are having. So maybe you are my partner I'm having here. I have to say that this is my friend. We always work together. He's helping me where it's necessary. You understand?
Yeah.
So when necessary is, that's the life, man. Flirting is there. Mingling and intermingling is there. That's the real fact.
Yeah.
Erection is there. So there's something that is always the natural things that are there, things that you can never change. You understand?
Yeah.
But to talk about that's just by the way, and I was just making sure that much of the people can just make sure that we are moving forward. So you said about you are called Only Murimi, and they can just democratize to your channel and just subscribe, like, share, and comment, and you can just get you there. So you can just say that way.
Let me try. Yeah. Hello guys, welcome back to Only Murimi's channel. Yeah, guys, support me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, share, and like.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a young YouTuber.
Yeah.
And my friend, it's Only Sigano. We always work with him.
And again, you are recalling whatever we was talking about. You could be formulating your own ideas.
No,
Talk
see,
about now. Now, Mr. Sigano is my co-member of Handman.
you know that English is not there.
Whenever you are speaking, still you have talk about you are feeling that you can deliver a message. The only thing is, don't talk about you want to talk the way Gintu is talking about. You want to use bombastic and extraneous words. The only thing is, use the normal English.
Yeah.
And don't talk about you want to be like, I want to be like Gintu the way he's just speaking here. And you know, maybe I have started it and have oriented my people to this kind of the English I'm talking about. But you have to go simple and clear, making sure that everything is very fantastic. Just be normal. We are working together. This is the work. We are doing this, and that's how we move forward. Despite the challenges we are having outside here due to the economic evaluation, and also we are having fluctuation of prices. Talk about much of the commodities here. We have to go and work. We cannot depend on our parents because now you are getting older. So you have to depend on yourself and make sure that you can just get yourself moving forward. And that's the way forward. It's not like the other people. You're not the best, but don't like the rest. In a way that other people are just talking about, what can I do outside here so that can I go for stealing? Can I go for this one? But you have talked about you want to do things which are straightforward, that a person can see and act and judge and say that this kind of the person I've ever seen him talking, doing this and this. That's the fantastic moment. Exactly. So the good thing is keep working, keep striving. It's not easy. just know that it's not
easy.
It's like another work. It's like the work we are doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm talking about you just make it. Don't fear about whatever you're gonna be making. Make it happen. The only thing is forward forever. Thank you very much. So as we're gonna be finishing this kind of the spot here, I'm gonna be tagging much of their channels to this kind of the video here, so they can just subscribe, like, share, comment, and comment to them, give them a positive vibe. My dogs there, they have a little problem. They're gonna be hit like Cherokee drums there because they are now interfering with people's gardens here. I'm gonna be having a perimeter wall so they cannot have that kind of the imbroglio being thrown to an imbroglio.
Maybe you can put aside the playground.
Oh, their playground is going to be coming, but much of the people are not democratizing good the way I need. But everything going to be coming to the good vibe here. I'm going to be having that kind of a good moment. But right now, we are having scarcity of land. You understand? Yeah. And the scarcity of land, it means that even the dogs play zones, they're going to be having a problem. And they're going to be playing with me and sharing shit. Right now there, I don't know now. The good thing is in the evening, and everybody is now looking forward to have their own things to get inside and secure their own panels here. So at the G Castle here, have you seen a change here, man?
Yeah.
Is there any change?
Yeah, because right now, since in the morning I was not here, whenever I just come in the evening, I normally come and just walk up there, although sometimes I come at night.
Wake up?
No. Sometimes
You have to say walk up.
Walk.
Walk around.
Okay.
You always take around there.
Okay, take around.
Okay, something
that
like
way,
that. Walk around.
So I just take around up there and see some changes have been done by our able engineer.
Exactly.
So I just appreciate and just go and sleep because I normally come while I am much tired.
Exactly. I understand.
Yeah.
That's the best moment, guys. And go support on this. Talk about it's underscore Sigano, SGSIGANO. And you can just support and subscribe and like there. We have Only Murimi, Only, and MURIMI.
Wow. Yeah,
Exactly. And just subscribe, like, share, comment, and make it happen. This is the best moment for the young boys to grow and make sure that we are moving. Despite the challenges, but we have to struggle. This is our struggle value and make it happen.
Wow.
Exactly? Exactly. So, the Sungura is fed?
Yeah.
Sungura is the rabbit.
Yeah.
They are fed, eh?
Yeah, I came and find some feeds are there.
Yeah.
So the ones that I came
That's
with,
for tomorrow.
Yeah, for tomorrow.
Is another day.
Wow.
Tomorrow is another day. It's always Gintu A, bam, bam. Gintu B. Yeah. Yes, I have to walk like a chura here. Gintu A, Gintu B, exactly. And make sure that we are moving forward together. So the boys here are making sure that they are finishing up their work, and it's in the evening session here. Oh, you're gonna be using that water, man?
I'm going to sprinkle over there.
Oh, sprinkling, exactly. So guys, this is how the G Castle now is just looking at this kind of the far end of making sure that this is the best moment that we are having to this kind of the vibe. And keep on subscribing, liking, and sharing so as you can just contribute and talk about gonna be moving the G Castle forward. So we are just remaining with 3 big windows and 3 small windows for the washrooms here to make sure that we are finishing up the welding of the windows. So as you can just get back to the deck. So as you can just finish the deck, which is making sure that the metal rails are still punctured and punctuated very simultaneously and very coefficiently and to the G Castle to make sure that we are moving so fantastic. So as I'm going to be having this kind of the moment talking about, I really appreciate much of the effort, and you can still, because the more you support Gintu, the more you support the young boys here, so they can just make sure that their movement is going and engaging into serious business, talk about engaging into making sure that they are having something they can just do despite having that things are just changing every time and again. So this is now the new look that's going to be coming at the brim there, and it's because of some of heterozygotism. 2-3 challenges here and there, but we're going to be making it happen. That's the best moment that we're having here. So as far as everything is concerned, you can just keep on looking and support Gintu. I really sympathize and talk about please support Gintu and make it happen. And you can talk about, Gintu, have you paid the top mason here? We are having some of the debts here, guys. So that's the real fact. So we're going to be making it happen. As I just democratize here, we are having much of this kind of the zone again for the bricks zone. We are back to the brick zone, and we are continuing to make sure that the bricks are being formulated with an immediate effect. And already today they have democratized to make sure that 1,000 bricks have been already formulated here, and much of them are still in the storage area, and we have the ones that are already good to go there, and we are having much of the time to share and talk about we are moving. As well as I talk about we are making things to change and employing our own people so that they can just help them and move forward. That is the best moment that we are looking for. So we are making sure that this kind of the side here is going to be coming until this kind of the area section here, as this kind of the part down here it's going to be used in terms of formulation of the bricks. But they talk about the perimeter of the wall that's going to be passing here. It's going to be passing through this kind of the channel inside here and getting to the far end so they can just join the other section. As much of my home here going to be transformed again. We're going to be having other sides getting to this side, making sure that other, like the cow's house, is going to be moving back. So as you can just leave the compound very, very big and coefficiently somebody can just talk about everything is going good. So here we have already planted much of the fruits here. So as you can just have the good fruiting system and to the area here. So as whenever people are going to be coming, they're going to be having much of the fruits here. So I talked about everything going to be coming to you live, which is reasoning with how the things are going. Have much of the boys here. How are you, man? Everything is good. The earphoning here. Yeah. You are good, huh? Yeah. Exactly. We are making it happen, guys, and we are moving forward. As long as we go back to the fish ponds here, the fish ponds are doing good, and as you can just see, still we have much of the water, but we are looking at this kind of the water going to be having a little bit of a problem, going out a little bit. So here we have the green zone still being prepared. I talked about we're going to be having a very fantastic green zone that's going to be here. We are small. We are engaging small after small. Here we have the greens at this kind of the sector. We have other greens, talk about the onions there, talk about the cowpeas there, talk about we have the green peas down there. And also we're going to be having this kind of the zone going to be prepared again to have this kind of the moment going. So here we have already this at the night black shade, and also we have this area going to be coming with much of a fruit garden, so you can just prepare this kind of the section. Very fantastic. Here we have the bigger fish pond here, and we are having much of the water still here, and we're going to be having much of the cow dung being thrown here, so as you can just have much of the moment going forward. So I like whatever we're just doing here, so as we are just preparing, because when we talk about preparing, we have a 5-day party that's going to be coming at the G Castle, so we have to maintain the order and maintain everything in a position. So this is how now we're going to be having this kind of the G Castle coming, and the best moment is we are looking forward for everything that is going to be coming, and I appreciate, because it has not been easy for us to reach this kind of the far brim we are, but we're going to be making it. Somebody can just talk about Gintu, we're going to be supporting this one, guys. Today also I can just talk about I've bought much of the things, I've paid much of the people here, and right now the pockets are a little bit nothing. Even here, whenever I see here snow need a battery, a GoPro battery here I have nothing here. That's the real fact. And here I have 50 shillings for eating street food. 50 shillings is 0.5 US dollars here. That's what I'm having here. But we are moving forward. Despite the challenges, we have to make sure that we are moving. And somebody can talk about, Gintu here, Gintu A, woo, Gintu B. Yeah. And whenever we watch this kind of the video, talk about, Gintu are going to be supporting, man. You know, understand. And the more we support Gintu, the more you support much of the boys here. And we are just reducing the theft, because much of the people are engaging in illegal things that they are doing outside there. And if we engage it ourselves to this kind of the platform, talk about all the real G has to go on and supporting much of the boys, the local boys here, talk about even like Mr. Gashagwa of the bricks there, talk about the other guy, talk about Faida and the bricks there. They're going to be struggling to make it happen, and they have children. And whenever we support them, they're going to be having much of the vibe to continue and have it getting forward. And even much of the boys, even they're going to be having busy work here. It's going to be so effective for them not to engage in other sarcasm business, but to engage in a serious, good, and a very better business here to run themselves and make it happen. So it's now in the evening session. The sun is now setting to the far end of the western part and making sure that other things are just accompanied. My dogs here are going to be having some food. I think this kind of the food are going to be coming very, very early right now here. So you have Mr. Fundi. Tomorrow is another day, bro.
Tomorrow is another day.
Exactly. Democratize tomorrow and we make it happen.
Go slowly.
Slowly is a good emotion, eh? Yeah. Thank you very much. Tomorrow is another day. Good morning, glory. I understand. Good morning, glory of tomorrow for you.
Okay, no, I don't have good morning glory. I only have good morning. Morning glory democratized day.
Oh, disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, right now you are sleeping like a panga.
I'm just making sure that I sleep on my...
Ongumi is this way. Yeah. So you are sleeping like a panga. Yeah. Good luck. Exactly. But guys, it's a moment, and thank you much for everyone who has been tuned and locked in, and I appreciate much of the moment and the effort you have just done and making sure that everything's so good. Exactly. So we're gonna be making sure that everything's so fantastic. Kimberly, go inside. Go. Exactly. You are in yellow today. Everything is so fantastic. So guys, thank you very much. Keep it tuned. Another moment, another vibe, another pond tangling that's going to be coming to this kind of the vibe right now. Going to be going to make sure that converting much of the videos here. No town nowadays because of some shenanigans, 2-3 shenanigans here, but we have completed it. So keep it tuned. Let me go for it. Guys, it's very in the evening here. We're going to be making sure that we are putting it's called cow dung to the fish ponds here. It's in the evening and everything going to be so fantastic. Sasa ngoterigan koroki. Era hayuwi. Mkoma hor kru hayuwe. Exactly. So guys, we're gonna be having this kind of the best moment here. I'm gonna be throwing much of the cow dung here, so as I can facilitate and make sure that this kind of water is turning into green. So as we're never gonna be starting to rear much of the fish here, it's gonna be so effective as it's gonna be having some green algae. Talk about a green moods, or you can talk about the green or you can algae, which is very green algae, or the green bloom, or you can call it the best moment of growing much of the fish, when we can just have much of the phytoplanktons and zooplanktons just occurring onto the water level, so as we can have much of the growing of fish. Because when you can have the green bloom, which is the algae concentration and this kind of the water, we can just facilitate ourselves and talk about we are having a balanced diet of fish whenever the algae has a balanced diet. So that's why we're throwing much of the we can call them much of the cow dung, so as it can just turn this kind of water into green. And also whenever this kind of the green water going to be here, it means that we're going to be having security purposes. There's no spotting of the fish from the top sphere, which is an aerial view and just checking onto the fish whenever they're going to be onto the fish pond here. So that's the best moment that we're looking for. And it's just at night some people are talking about, oh Gintu, we don't see you here. Thank you very much, and be locked in, and they're going to be coming out with another moment so they can just share and make sure that we are facilitating. I will be giving you much of the hints on how we can just do it, because the tilapia fish are about to democratize here, and much of the catfish that are going to be coming out at this kind of the spot, and everything going to be coming to your position and letting you know and how we're going to be facilitating. And because we are preparing for the 5-party day of making sure that the G Castle is having a celebration here, that's why we are preparing it for the future. This is the best moment of sustaining our own sustainability using the local resources, which is identifying the opportunities.
To say, yeah, we ride, locked inside the castle where the secrets all collide. Real fact, much of the people never see what's beyond the walls, where the echo sets you free. Thrown into an embroil, lost inside the maze, whisper stories that'll haunt you for days. Truth or illusion, who's pulling the strings? Jintu's got a mystery that destiny brings. Jintu G Castle echoes in the night, locked in the moment, lost in the fight. Paths keep shifting, walls closing tight. Real fact or fiction, can't tell what's right. Jintu A with the vision, see the world unfold. Jintu B making moves, always playing bold. Jintu C silent steps in the dark. One wrong turn, now you're stuck in the park. Much of the people, they don't understand legends of the castle carved deep in the sand. Doors keep slamming, whispers turn cold. Who holds the key? The story's untold. Jintu G Castle, a name carved in stone. Truth lies hidden, but you're never alone. Thrown into an imbroglio, lost in the haze. Step into the mystery, you'll be here for days.